volunteer extraordinaire. Congratulations.
I'm going to make this very short and very sweet. My daughter said, "Mom, get up there and get down." That's what we're going to do. But before that, I want to tell you, my real name is Desmina. And I'll tell you in a minute how I got Josephine. But this is a very nostalgic moment for me. So bear with me. And I thank you very much for this recognition. It's special because it comes from you, my church, my original church, and my now second church. You all do so much. When I think of the festivals, all the cooking you do, all the special events that you host, it's unbelievable. And look today. Can you believe today, this beautiful, beautiful event? It's just magnificent. And Father, I know you're sitting there very proud. And I know you're very proud of the ladies of the church. But this was unbelievable today. And I thank you so much for this special recognition. Now I'd like to talk about another little church. It's a little church in the valley. It isn't much of a church right now. It's a little church, but with a very, very big heart. And it doesn't look like a traditional kind of church. But we'll get there. And I'd like to introduce our cheerleader, Father Simeon. And I don't know if the founder is here. Is Father Cantos?
Yeah.
Is he here?
Is
he blind? Okay, because he was the originator. At that time, he was Earl Cantos, attorney at law. And now today, he's part of this holy institution we call Greek Orthodox Church. Wonderful man. He thought there was a need for a church out in the valley, and he's right. We're expanding, we're growing. Our families are getting bigger, and they're spreading out. And there's a need for that little church. And we'd like to invite you. We have some events coming up. Help us raise a little money. We have the land. Now all we need is the church. And we'd like for you to come and play with us and pray with us. And I want to say one more thing. I've got so many beautiful friends, and I want to acknowledge them. And also my wonderful family, and my godsons, my grandchildren, my daughter and my son. He's still here. Thank you, Greg. And also, my rock. I'd like to acknowledge, what's your name?
Don't have.
My sailor. You know, when you marry a naval officer, you also marry the Navy. It's a culture and it has a tradition all its own. And that's how I got involved in all this. He was very, very sick at one time in the early 90s. We didn't have much hope for him. And he spent quite a bit of time in the Navy hospital. And that's where I first got involved with the Armed Services Y. He was in and out of that hospital for 3 years. 3 years. The Navy never really gave up on him. Navy medicine, outstanding. But who held your hand was the Armed Services Y. their people were just wonderful. Every day they were out there to see him, nurture him, and me. I never forgot that. And with that, I will say thank you so much again, and tell my family how much I love them, and I appreciate so much their being here. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. Obviously, well deserved. We want to tell you a little bit about this beautiful award here that all of our recipients and awardees will be receiving, the Anthousa Award. When the Society commissioned Catherine Yarmanos to design that beautiful award, it's based on the winged Nike of Samothrace. Catherine remembered when she was just 8 years old, and she was able to go to the Louvre and see it in person. Just the beautiful goddess, of course, with the her strong wind blowing through the garments. You see it illustrated so beautifully here. And we want to recognize Catherine today. And we wish her to stand up. Where are you, Catherine? So we can say thank you for designing this beautiful award. It's beautiful. Wonderful job. Now, to introduce our next honoree, Peter Priobolas. The honoree for St. Spirit and Greek Orthodox Church is David Wesco. David serves as the Administrator Chief Executive Officer for the San Diego City Employees Retirement System.
Thank you. They told us to keep this very short, so we're going to cut my introduction right out of it. And I have to tell you that Peter and I have to pee so bad, we are going to be very short. We thought we were always next in line, and we were not next in line. So we're going to be heading this way. Now, I have to say one thing. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I have a daughter named Zoe. And Zoe was one of 2 girls who played with the boys in Little League Baseball. And the other girl was Bud Selig's granddaughter, Marissa. And so I got to know Bud pretty well, and so did Zoe, but she knows him better than I do, so she calls him Buddy. And so when I would talk to him, occasionally I'd ask him questions about Major League Baseball. And one question I wanted to ask was, who is the best umpire in Major League Baseball? And you know what he said? Paul Rankin. So it's very impressive. And that was pretty short. So anyway,